Good afternoon, everybody. For this presentation, you're going to get two of us for the price of one. My name's Paul Knuckle, and I work for a company called International Synergies Limited, based in the UK. And here's my colleague, Christoph Wadovics, who works for IFCA, our project partner in Hungary. Today, we're going to talk to you about our carbon reduction program that's been delivered in Hungary. And I'm first going to talk to you about the methodology that we're going to employ, and then Christoph's going to talk to you about the project implementation. International Synergies runs programs throughout the world using a system called industrial symbiosis. And I'm going to briefly explain to you what that is, because for some of you, you may not be familiar with the term. It's quite important, or it's central really, to everything that we do. If we look at traditional industrial systems, you get natural resources going into an industrial process where the output from that is either products or waste that typically goes to disposal. What industrial symbiosis seeks to achieve is natural resources going into that same industrial process where products come out and waste and resources get fed back into the industrial system, and where it becomes a circular process with minimal amounts of waste. Industrial symbiosis is a branch of industrial ecology, and in the same way that in a natural ecosystem there's no such thing as waste, there's just food for another organism, we map industrial processes in very much the same way. So waste from one industry or one sector is a feedstock for another. And it's not just waste, it's as much to do with energy, water conservation, logistics, even the exchange of expertise. What we also try to do is get industry to break out their traditional silos, and a lot of the creative synergies that we help to construct are within and between sectors that don't usually talk to each other. And as I said, it involves a physical exchange of resources, materials, energy, water, and all byproducts. And it's not just on geographical proximity, it really depends on the materials as to how far apart those industries need to be. As a consequence of industrial symbiosis, when programs take part in the program, what we typically see is an increase in those positive outputs: jobs, sales, innovation, knowledge transfer, business opportunity, which is possibly, in terms of the businesses that we deal with, the most important factor. And what we help to reduce are the negative externalities of industrial processes. I won't go through the list there, but obviously in the context of today, the CO2 emissions are key and one of our primary outputs. What we try to achieve is that balancing act that companies always strive to achieve, which is increasing competitive advantage through resource efficiency, while at the same time increasing environmental performance, so you get or achieve a win-win. These are the figures, and I've included the figures here from England, which have been externally verified figures. And you can see, if you just look at the carbon reduction figures of 6 million tonnes, we've factored in persistence over a 5-year cycle, which is typically how we're externally verified in the UK. You can see that the numbers are quite significant. And for the investment that we receive through the UK government, we're reducing a tonne of carbon for about 13 pence, which, to my knowledge at least, is one of the cheapest in the world. Also, what we found is that when companies engage in industrial symbiosis, it's a real driver for technology and innovation. And we found there that 75% of all synergies include innovation, 50% best available practice, and 20% involved new research. These are some of the countries where we're delivering industrial symbiosis, some of which are supported by the European Union. And in Europe, where there's exciting opportunities, we're starting the Hungary project because we already started a program in Romania, and what the areas we're going to look at is cross or transnational synergies between companies.
My name is Christoph Wadovics and I'm from Budapest, Hungary. And just in a few words, I would like to introduce our foundation. Our foundation, the Public Foundation for the Development of Industry, was founded 20 years ago, just at the change of the regime from communism to whatever we call it now. Our main goal and aim is to help the industry in general to develop. There was no or very hard industry left over after the communist regime, so the aim of the foundation was to help the reboost and the rebuild of the industry in quality management, logistics management, and environmental management terms. We have also some fundings to other organizations that we give. This is the job of our secretariat. And as the quality management side, as the representative of the European Foundation for Quality Management, we organize the National Quality Award in Hungary, which is every year given by the Hungarian Prime Minister to the winner of the best company. On the logistic development level, we are involved in the development of the national logistics strategy, and I'm the leader of the EUPROM Center, which is responsible for environmental and European projects, incorporating this LIFE project, and we also run some Hungarian environmental projects, and also the CDP, which is the Carbon Disclosure Project, which tries to get companies, as the previous presenter was saying, getting the management of the companies to understand the risks and opportunities arising from climate change. So the aim of the present project is getting the companies in Hungary understand what industrial symbiosis and industrial ecology is, and getting this whole idea of industrial symbiosis into a practical term in the central Hungarian region. We want to reduce carbon dioxide, as Paul was just mentioning, so I don't go into detail. The region we are going to work with is the Közép-Magyarország region, the central one, which incorporates Budapest, the capital, and the country around it, with a population of more than 2 million people. Our main target area and the people we want to work with are mainly small and medium-sized companies. We are going to arrange and organize quick win workshops and seminars for them in the next coming 3 years. We are going to identify focal points where two companies can work together, where we can find the links. What is a waste for one company can be an input for another company. We are going to run different trainings. We are going to go and help and invite experts who can help the companies to work on an innovative level, finding what is the best solution for transporting and utilizing the waste of one company for another one. Together with our British partner, we are going to develop a new and upgrade an existing data software. And we are going to do many workshops and dissemination. And the information which I left off the slides is that we got 800,000 euros for the 3-year project, which we have just started now. Thank you for your attention.